everyone, and welcome back to our annual Heritage House Storytelling Series. And we're excited to have you back. We're having a late start this year, but we are glad that you could be here. We're glad that you could come into the museum to listen to the stories this year. And this year we picked a special theme, and it's called Survival. And what you're going to hear for the next 7 Saturdays are stories about persons in the community, local persons who contributed to the development of St. Kitts and Nevis. And so we have some really great stories lined up for you. We have some really great readers. And this morning it gives me pleasure to introduce our first reader, who is Mr. Samal Duggins, young, vibrant professional, and he runs Montraville Farm. Anybody been to Montraville Farm? Really, Isaiah? It was good? So you're going to invite everyone to go there with you? Sometime? Yes? No? Okay. So let's invite and welcome Mr. Duggins to do the story this morning. He'll be telling us a story about Dr. Cuthbert Sebastian. Anybody ever heard about Dr. Cuthbert Sebastian? No? You? Who is he? You don't remember? Okay. So Dr. Cuthbert Sebastian, Samuel will tell you all about him, and I hope that you enjoy the story this morning. Okay? So pay attention, remember to participate, answer the questions, and have fun today.
Let me get some more energy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I think we do a little bit better than that, don't you think? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Now we sound like we're getting there. How are you feeling today? Well, I am feeling excellent myself. My name is Samal Duggins, and today they asked me to tell you a bit of a story about a great man that was born here in St. Kitts, in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. His name, Sir Cuthbert Montraville Sebastian. And as I recognize, maybe only a few of you would have heard about him before. You heard about him, Zuriel? What did you know about him? You don't remember? You just heard the name? All right. So this morning we'll talk about Sir Cuthbert Montraville Sebastian. Sir Cuthbert was Governor General, a former Governor General, St. Kitts and Nevis. Do you know what the Governor General is? Isaiah, what is the Governor General? What do they do? Okay. So, the Governor General, for everyone, is the representative of the Crown in a Commonwealth state. So effectively, the Governor General is the head of state. Do we know what the Commonwealth is? No? Okay, so what I'll do is give you that homework. When you go home, ask mommy, ask daddy, what is the Commonwealth? But St. Kitts, Nevis, is a part of the Commonwealth. Commonwealth has 54 member states, and we are one. And as a member state, Queen Elizabeth II, do you know who Queen Elizabeth II is? All right. So Queen Elizabeth II is the ceremonial head of the Commonwealth. And as such, every state has a representative of the Queen. And that person is called the Governor General. Okay? Besides representing the Queen, what the Governor General also does is sign our laws. So every law that we have to abide by is signed off by the Governor General. And if the Governor General does not sign that piece of legislation, then it is not considered a law. So, everything that all the rules and laws that you have to follow, the Governor General has to sign that. The Governor General also swears in our Prime Minister. Do we know what a Prime Minister is? Yes? Sorry, you could. So, our Prime Minister is the Honorable. That's right. So the Governor General had to swear in Dr. Timothy Harris for him to be the Prime Minister. So you see how powerful the Governor General is. And Sir Cuthbert was a former Governor General. Now, Sir Cuthbert was born on Central Street. We know what Central Street is? No? Okay. You know where government headquarters is?
Yes.
Okay. So Central Street runs all the way from, you know where the library is? Okay. But he was born on Central Street in the year 1921. 1921. Azan, what year were you born? 2013. What about you? 2013? So you imagine, and you? Well? 2015. So you imagine, Grayson? 2013. So imagine what it is like being born in 1921. That means if he was still alive today, he would be making how much? 100 years old. If he were alive today, he would be making this year, on October 22nd, 100 years old. Yes, unfortunately he passed away. So, yes, he survived quite a long time because he lived to 95 years old. He died when he was 95 years old, so he lived quite a while. Yes, he died peacefully at home. Sorry? I can't. Yes, we do hope that he has transcended into heaven. Now, besides being the Governor General, Sir Cuthbert Sebastian was also a doctor. Yes. And what is interesting is that all of his life, he always knew he wanted to be a doctor. And when he was young, his sisters always told a story that there was a chicken that was trying to get away and it tried to escape on a fence. And the fence injured the chicken, causing a cut across the stomach of the chicken. And Sir Cuthbert, as a little child, went for a needle and a thread and sewed the cut on the chicken. And the chicken went on to have eggs and have young ones. So even as a little child like you, he always knew he wanted to be a doctor. And what you want to be a fireman? Judge. And you want to be a judge? That's great. So once he was old enough and he went to work, at the hospital, the Cunningham Hospital, that was at the time. That was a time even before my time somewhat. And he worked there as a lab technician and a chemist and a druggist. And the doctor at the time taught him how to care for patients. And even sometimes the doctor would have carried him on minor surgeries, and he had a chance at a young age to partake in minor surgeries. And that was before he went off to study to be a doctor. Eventually he left and he went to Canada. And that's where he studied to be a doctor. In Canada, he also joined the Royal Canadian Air Force while he was there studying. Do we know what that is? That is a part of the Canadian Army. So he was in the military. And I remember him telling me a story one time of an experience where he was lucky to be alive. Because one time he had an assignment, and on that assignment they were to go out and fly in World War II, and he was a rear gunner. So on the airplane he manned the artillery at the back of the plane. And the night before the assignment, he had disobeyed the leader, yes, and he was punished where he could not go out on the assignment. Unfortunately, unfortunately for him, the plane that he was supposed to have gone in got gunned down and crashed. So it was lucky for him that he did not go. Otherwise, he would have died early. However, he did not. And he went on to do a number of other great things. So after studying in Canada, he came back to St. Kitts. Yes? I don't know who the persons were on the plane who died, but I hope they are also in heaven. Now, when he returned to St. Kitts, what do you think he did? Yes, because he is now a doctor. He went back to work at the hospital. And during that time, he served as district medical officer, not just in St. Kitts, but he had to do that in St. Kitts, in Nevis, and in Anguilla. So imagine, because there weren't many doctors at the time, so imagine if somebody in Anguilla was sick, he would have to leave from St. Kitts and go to Anguilla to see that patient. And then if someone in Nevis was sick, he would have to leave and go to Nevis. And it's quite a lot of traveling, that's right. So he served between the three islands. And he had to go back and forth and back and forth. And if someone was in Sandy Point, and then if someone was in Pencheon, and he would have to go back and forth and back and forth. Would you like a job like that? No? Yes. But don't you like taking care of people? Yes. So yes. So he served as a doctor for many, many years. And at one point, he was even the chief medical officer. Yes. Anybody ever heard of Robert Llewellyn Bradshaw? Yes. So he also served as a personal ADC to Robert Llewellyn Bradshaw. And they visited the Buckingham Palace. And he was also his doctor. So he was a doctor to the first national hero. Yes? He was your cousin. Great. So you have great family members. Oh, you did not know that? All right. So yes. So Sir Cuthbert, he was former Governor General, and what else? He was a doctor. Now, after some years of practicing medicine on St. Kitts, he decided he wanted to advance himself in medicine. So then he left St. Kitts and he went to Scotland. Where is Scotland? Yes. And in Scotland, that's where he got specialized, and he became a gynecologist and obstetrician. Do we know what that is? So that is a doctor, a medical professional that specializes in babies being born. So those are the doctors that deliver babies. So all of you were delivered by a doctor like Sir Cuthbert. In fact, one time he told me that he had delivered about 20,000 babies. Yep. So, what's the population of St. Kitts? Maybe about 55,000. And he delivered 20,000 babies. So, you understand how much work he did. Well, he did that up until 1996. On January the 1st, 1996, that is when he was sworn in as our Governor General. And then that summer, he went to visit the Queen, Queen Elizabeth II. And he got a knighthood from the Queen that summer. Yes. You like the hat? Yes. Yes, so in 1996 he received the knighthood from the Queen. And as Governor General, he had an interest in ensuring that young persons such as yourself understood and felt connected with the office of the Governor General. So he made a particular, he had particular interest and made a special effort in going to every school and always going to many, many events, because he always wanted people to feel connected to him and the office of the Governor General. And all of that work, he became known as the People's Governor General. So, if he were here now, he would have been at your school to visit you guys. Maybe not every day, but he would have taken some time out to do that. Yes. And he served as Governor General until he retired in 2012. Yes, so he retired in 2012 after serving as Governor General from 1996. At that point, he was happy to be home, spending his days looking at Family Feud on television. Yes, he loved watching Family Feud. Now, besides being Governor General, besides being a doctor, Sir Cuthbert was also a businessman. Yes. And he had a number of different businesses. At one point, he owned a hotel, a small guest house. Yes. He also owned a farm, a cattle farm. And he produced beef products as well as a number of different type of products, hot sauce, and at one point he even owned a rum factory. Yes. I hope none of you okay, so no alcohol, no drugs, okay? But yes, he was a businessman and he had a number of business ventures. So we see he had quite the life, which is why they asked me to give you this story today. So, how many children do you think he had?
20.
To the best of my knowledge, I think he has 11 children. Yes. And, yep. So his oldest son is, at this point, almost 80 years old, still alive, and his youngest is in his early 30s. So you see that span? So imagine at 30 having a brother 70 plus years old. Sorry? I can't. Yes. So we see who Sir Cuthbert was. Now, let me ask you a question. Would you have liked to live his life?
Yes.
No? Yes? Why not? You don't want to go around the whole world? No world wars. I agree. No, I agree. And let's hope we never have another one. Now, I don't think we have a lot of time left.
Yes.
Because you guys were open to asking questions. And I'm here to answer any question that you may have. So no questions? No. Sorry? Yes. The photos. So this is Sir Cuthbert. So this is him as Governor General. That's him with our first national hero and the only living national hero. That's right. That's him at college. That's him at Buckingham Palace. He was also a dancer, so that's him dancing. That's him with Queen Elizabeth, and that's him as a young man. That's him as a doctor with some of his nurses. That's him in the Air Force. That's right. You know who is that next to him? That's Robert Llewellyn Bradshaw. Yes. And that's him, his father, Joseph Matthew Sebastian, and his siblings. Which? So Kennedy Simmons. Is that? Yes. Now, is there anything else that you would like to know about Sir Cuthbert? Baron, anything else you would like to know? No? He died of old age. Yes.
Was he healthy?
At that point, he had developed few issues from old age, but pretty much, yes.
That's sad. I think his siblings. They're dead. No.
Some of them are. Some are still alive. He has a sister alive that is, I think, 107 years old. Yes.
Very good.
Yes. So, family lives quite long.
Young years.
Sorry?
Born in a young year,
Yes. So yes, that is a story of Sir Cuthbert Sebastian's life.
We're gonna miss him.
Yes, we do miss him. So Aaron, you know Hazik? Jason? Hazik? That would be Hazik's grandfather.
Is that where he lives?
Yes. Are you okay, girl? So yes. So I have a few questions for you. Anybody, in what year was Sir Cuthbert born? I'll go with Xavier. Xavier? All right. Yes, he was born in 1921. Do you remember what day and what month? October is correct. The 22nd. He was born October the 22nd, 1921. Where did he go to study medicine? Well? Sorry? Which country did he go to? Yes. So he went to Canada, and that's where he started his studies in medicine. Where did he specialize? Where did he go to specialize? Where he became... Scotland, that's right. Now let me ask, what was his specialty? What did he specialize in?
I don't know.
Gynecology and obstetrics. Now, what do those doctors do? They deliver babies and care for mommies when they are having babies. Now, where was he born? Yes. Central Street, Bastille, St. Kitts. Yes. Now, in what year did he become Governor General? 1996. And in what year did he retire? 2012. Yes. Now, I'm looking for a hard one. But I want a hard one. Let me see. Let me see. What was the name of the hospital before it was Joseph Nathaniel France General Hospital? That one got you. It was the Cunningham Hospital. Yeah. Well, I want to thank you all for being so attentive and listening. I want to thank you for having me, and I want to thank you for being here. And what was the most important thing you remember about Sir Cuthbert Sebastian? He helped people. He served as Governor General. And he delivered lots and lots of what? Lots and lots of babies. 20,000. Yes. So, thank you again. It was a wonderful time having you. And give yourselves a round of applause for being so great. All right. We had a lovely time today?
Yeah.
All right. That doesn't sound like we had a lovely time.
Yeah.
Did we have a lovely time today?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Give yourselves another round of applause.